Introduce yourself. Would you like me to introduce you? And I'll stand up. I would like to introduce parent of Don't Tell Me, Kincaid and Delaney, and spouse of Rob, and who's a science teacher at the high school. And Melinda's our newest member, so please welcome her. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you. Let's see. Here comes Keith. Any visiting Rotarians know any Rotarians with guests?
Here, yes.
That's what we're waiting for.
This is Keith, my husband.
Last name
Veronica's
Gibson.
dad. Yes.
Perfect.
And then Veronica is here, of course, but she's kind of a speaker.
She's a separate
And
internet.
Ian, of course.
Well, we'll get the, thank you. Ian, would you like to give a report, sir?
Already bound.
Last week I wasn't here at Rotary Lunch because our whole family, we went to Juneau for spring break, and we did lots of fun stuff. So I met Veronica's cousins.
Were they polite?
What was that?
They live in Juneau?
Were they polite?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And we spent time with them, and we did volunteering at a, what was it, science night, and I met a guy called Ian who lives in Juneau, and we spent a lot of time with him. Also, we had a game night with a lot of other exchange students in Juneau, and I finally got to go snowboarding, which made me very happy. Although the mountain was like a rather small one, but it worked. It worked. Yeah, and I got to see 4 movies.
Let's hear it.
I saw Black Panther 2 times, then Red Sparrow, and Tomb Raider. Yeah.
Which do you recommend?
I would recommend Red Sparrow, but it's very it's very hard on you.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Not if you have a heart condition.
Yeah.
So did you snowboard at home?
No. Oh yeah. In Australia. I just thought on my snowboard going home. Yeah, I've been snowboarding for almost 9 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So this wasn't a very good mountain.
The snow was pretty good, but it was a small mountain, so I couldn't snowboard a long time. And
Good recovery there.
I'll just add to that. They also went to the Rotary Club on Wednesday, the Valley Club, and they stood up and talked a little bit about where they were from and who they are. And that was a real lot of fun, because there was a guy there who had been a host parent to a Denmark kid, and he was going this summer to the wedding of his, was it a daughter? I think it was his daughter. So
No,
he was,
son.
oh, is his son?
Be the best man.
To be the best man, yeah, at the Denmark,
Wow.
in Denmark somewhere. So that was kind of a nice connection. They also, what else did you guys do? Oh, they just made friends on the ferry coming over. It was an 8-hour ferry ride, so I didn't see him pretty much the whole time. And there was a lot of kids on the ferry. There were some sports events from Ketchikan for what? Regions, whatever that is. And they played cards a lot and hung out and exchanged numbers. And then, so, did any of those kids, did you guys hang out with any of them during the week?
No, because they weren't from Juneau.
Oh, they were from Haines and stuff.
Yeah.
And they also went swimming and, yeah, and bowling. So they did a
You went to
lot.
the Channel Bowling Alley?
They did. I wasn't with
That's
them.
a famous
They,
place.
they got around. I was working.
We used
So
to be. Not anymore.
anyway, it was fun.
Best cafe in Alaska. Maybe the whole
So did you
Northwest.
gamble when you were
Okay.
playing cards?
Let's see what's next here. Dun, 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 dun. Any announcements from the club?
Yes,
Where?
here.
Yes, ma'am.
So I just wanted to announce again that we do have the information for next year's inbound exchange student. Her name is Tamara or Tamara, or I don't know where the accent lies, but she is from Bolivia. We do need a host family for her, and even a temporary host family for when she first arrives, short term, something like that would be fine. I just need someone to agree to host her so that I can get her paperwork done and that we can accept her, and then we can move on to finding a longer term situation. So think about it if any of you are willing and able and interested, short term or long term. We are looking for a host family. And you can, if you have anyone in mind, friends or neighbors or anything like that that you think might be interested, if you could please talk to them, find out if they are interested, and if they are, you can go ahead and give them my phone number or email, or let me know their phone number, but please ask them first. It's not my forte to like cold call people that I don't know and ask for something like, hey, will you take a teenager into your house? So that's really outside my comfort zone. So if you could like ask the people first and send me anyone that's interested, I would really appreciate that. Thank you.
I have
Any
one.
other Rotary announcements?
I have one.
Oh, yes, ma'am. You'll have to wait your turn now,
Okay.
because I recognize Sharon. Nothing personal.
President Jeff, fellow Rotarians. Once again, I'm going to pass around the Rotary Club Goddard work trip Saturday, April 14th. There are seats on the Allen Marine boat, and it looks like there are 12 seats for Rotarians. Actually, it looks like there's a little bit less now because we've got 2 people from, I think it's the city that Dan kind of got to be in charge of this, hopefully. But it would be nice if we had some more people who could attend this. And I'll pass this around again. Please make sure it gets around to all of the tables. And it doesn't just have to be Rotarian people who go. If you want to go and you have a friend who you think would enjoy it too, or just a friend you think who would enjoy it, you can always send them our way, and they can always help do the cleanup with us. There's no pen on there, so figure that out.
Okay, this Saturday is the Rainy Day Bazaar, and Ian and Veronica will have a booth. They're going to set up the shelter box Friday night. If you want to come help set that up, I think 6 o'clock. If you get with me, I'll have your name and I'll confirm the time Friday night. So we're going to put the tent up at the Centennial Building somewhere. I hope it's going to be near our booth. And then on Saturday, we're just going to talk about the shelter box, take donations, and then if you see a rock on your table, Veronica's going to talk a little bit more about this. We're going to sell rocks that the kids are painting, or just take donations for them to help raise money for the shelter box. So it's kind of like a fun thing for the house, and a shelter box is like your home away from home. And anyway, I think that was it. You'll help me? Okay, great. Carl's already volunteered to help set up, or you can help sit at the booth on Saturday as well. It's from 9 a.m. till 3 p.m., so 6 hours. The kids will be there. And I'll be there. So, all right, thank you. Come by and say hi.
Is there a strudel report?
The strudel report is coming. We're going to coordinate. We have to regroup with Shannon, and
Okay.
yeah, we have now a working oven, so we can work that better.
Any other club announcements? Any non-club announcements? Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, President Jeff. Fellow Rotarians and guests, this weekend is the Addams Family Musical, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 7 o'clock Friday, 7 o'clock Saturday, 3 o'clock Sunday, nice matinee, get home early. The Addams Family Musical is the biggest show we've done, both physically and just, it's a huge undertaking, but it's been really fun. It's a really fun show, kind of an all ages, almost all ages comedy. Everyone's familiar with the Addams Family, either from the movie or TV show, but we are also inspired by the cartoons of Charles Addams, and we tried to inject a little bit of the dark humor. Music is really easy to listen to and fun. I would say the overall feel of the show is really fun. A lot of local people are involved. 23 actors. We had about 20 to 25 people building a 2-story set. It's the biggest set that has ever been put up on for whatever that's worth. It's pretty awesome to see in the Performing Arts Center. Tickets are $10 for adults general admission, and $8 for students and seniors, Old Harbor Books, and the door. That's it. Yes?
Did I understand you said people were going to be mic'd?
The leads will be mic'd, and then everyone else, we have a couple of chorus members who will be mic'd, and then everyone else is just singing in a chorus. So yes, the leads will, there's 10 people who are mic'd. Actually more than that. I think some, yeah, 12 people, 12, 14 people. We're going to be pulling out all the stops, Jeff.
Perfect.
So please come see the show. It's Greater Sitka Arts Council, Sitka Community Theater, and we had a lot of support this year and always from the Sitka Fine Arts Camp. Yes?
What age children, the minimum?
Well, I've read reviews online that kind of advise 8 and up, just because of attention span. It's a 2-hour show. I kind of am more cautious. Most of the humor for that, anything that's adult humor is just going to go whoosh. There's no swearing in the show. So, but there are some adult jokes that the adults might find funny, and then the 8-year-olds, it'll just kind of go over their heads. But yeah, 12-year-olds is what I've been telling people comfortably. But yeah, if you know your kids and know what they can handle, go for it. So that's
Yes,
it.
ma'am.
Jeff, Rotarians. I come during Saturdays, and some of you may have already heard the announcement. Big Brothers Big Sisters of Alaska is going to consolidate our small offices into our larger offices, which means the local program is going to be closing at the end of May. And I know Rotarians in this club have been big supporters of the program, so I just wanted to say thank you for your past support. Any kids that are in existing matches will continue to receive quality match support through the life of their match, and any kids that I can match between now and the end of May will still get to be matched, but we won't make new matches in Sitka after May. So I'm happy to answer any questions about that after the meeting, or our CEO has also offered to do a teleconference with any people that have supported the program and want to ask her questions. Long term, it's kind of what the agency needs to do to survive the funding that we have. So it's sad for Sitka, but hopefully long term they'll be able to bring the program back at some point in the future. And just thank you for your support.
Thank you for all your work.
So John told me he's out of, can't make the meeting today. So he asked me to pass on that the money for the reserved ducks has still been coming in. He's collected about $3,500 so far, so we're well on our way. He also asked me, I don't know if any of you guys have noticed, any of you that are on Facebook, that he has been updating our page, and so there's been some more pictures that have been popping up, and any of you that don't know that the Sitka Rotary Club has a Facebook and you have one, you should go to it and find it and like it and follow it. And you can add things to it as well. And so he's like kind of become our editor. One thing he had asked if I could ask people if you are willing to provide him a picture and a small bio of yourself for him to put on the Facebook page so people know who our local Rotarians are. And you can contact him or email him that information directly. And if you don't have that information, you should be able to go onto Club Runner and log in and find that information. And if you really can't figure it out, then you can email me and I will give you the information. Or wait till he's back and ask him for it. Thanks.
Any more? Okay, one quick one for me. The Historical Society, again, for the run-up for the museums, we had a pretty good presentation by Mark Sixby the other day with Rich Phillips, and coming up is Bob Sam on the 28th, and he'll be talking about museums. And for you, those that did not go to the 150th stuff, Bob Sam of the 14 or 16 speakers we had was the only one that got a standing ovation. He's a pretty dynamic speaker. So, who's going to introduce you? Whom or who? Cindy Gibson, would you be so kind as to introduce your daughter, please?
Sure, Jeff Budd,
Thank
President Jeff Budd and fellow Rotarians. On October, some of you were here when Veronica was born, in Sitka at least. at the club. I was a member of the club, and I remember bringing her. She was born October 1st, so I brought her to the Rotary Roses thing. I picked up some roses and did something. That was her first club experience. And we've hosted many exchange students. My effort was to bring her up as not an only child. And so she's had many siblings throughout the years, and Ian is definitely like a brother to her in many good ways and not so good ways. And so I was thrilled when she told me she wanted to go on exchange herself. And you all have been just an integral part in that journey. And so she's here today to try out her PowerPoint presentation and talk to you a little bit more about who she is and what her interests are. All right, and no further ado, this is Veronica Gibson.
Okay, hello everyone, I'm Veronica. This down. Okay. So, I'm going to Denmark, if you didn't know. This is the Danish flag, and at the top says, "Hi, my name is Veronica Gibson, and thank you for hosting me, and I'm super glad to be here." I'm working on the pronunciation still, so yeah, I won't say it because I don't want to get anything wrong. So, this is me during Christmas. I just wanted to put a picture of me in here to show you who I am. Okay. I like the picture because it has like a halo over my head. And I was like, oh, I'm like a little angel. But I don't know. That's just me. This is me and my family. On the left is my mom, Cindy. And on the right is my dad, Keith. And I don't know if you can tell, but in this picture it took us a couple tries because we were laughing a lot because my dad, yeah, he's the home clown. He makes every awkward situation funny. So that's what is great about my dad. My mom, she's a financial advisor, and so that is someone that helps people retire with their money and stuff like that. And my dad works at the Pioneer Home, which is a place for old people that can't take care of themselves. So, but he's basically like a nurse. So, yeah. And oh, sorry. Some of the fun stuff my dad likes to do a lot of fun stuff and make big things. And something he likes to do is make diving boards. That diving board he made, which is really cool, and that's us jumping in the water in the summer. And he's also in the process of making a 5-story swing that you could jump off, and it's pretty crazy and scary, and I don't know if I want to go on it. Yeah. I love jumping in the water. If you can't tell.
Is that next to your house?
Yes, it is next to my house. Right on. Yeah. I'll show a picture of that. My mom is into art and design, and she made this dress out of salmon vertebrae. There's 20,000 bones on the dress, and it is now in a museum in Fairbanks, which is a city northern from where I live. And this is the inside of my house. So we have a very great view, which I'm super blessed to have, and big windows so we can see a bunch of whales out in the water, and just a bunch of boats in the summertime as well. This is the outside of my house, and you probably can't tell on there, but right
right there is the diving board, and there's a life ring for people that need help, just to be safe. And more like to the left of right here is where the 5-story swing is that's in the process of being made. And so yeah, I like to do water stuff, well, stuff on the water because I live on the water. So yeah, a lot of people don't know that Alaska is much northern from the US, and it's not in the left-hand corner next to Hawaii. And yeah, so, and it is like really big compared to the United States. Well, it's smaller than the United States, but it's bigger than Texas, and if you cut it in half, it'd probably still be bigger than Texas. Yeah. And this is where I live in Alaska, Sitka. And when the tourists come to my town, Sitka, I usually pull out my little sign and then point to the joint of my thumb and say, "That's where you are." And so I just like to point that out, and I think it's really cool to like have a map on your hand. And this is Sitka from the sky or a plane. And I like this picture because it shows a lot of my town. It shows the bridge that leads to the airport and other homes and the hospital, which is, yeah, right there. You guys know. But it also shows the runway for the airport, and a lot of people get scared when the runway is right surrounded by water. It's like, oh no, are we going to land in the water? But no, you're not. That's just Sitka. And then there's the lake and downtown and SJ and the harbor. So yeah. This is downtown. It's very small, one way. Well, yeah, one street pretty much. And then right in the middle is the church, the Russian Orthodox Church. It's pretty much the center of town, and you can drive around it. And I spend a lot of my summers downtown because my parents both work downtown. They work right across the street from each other, and that is the Pioneer Home. And then that little red building is where my mom works. So yeah, yeah, it's small because yeah, there's only 9,000 people in Sitka, and yeah, I forgot to mention that. One of the ways of transportation, how we as Alaskans or Southeast people get around, is on the Alaska Marine Highway, and we can get to like Juneau, which is like a big town for us because there's 30,000 people there, which is the capital, and we take our cars there, and then we go shopping and get all our food from Costco and fun stuff like that. And yeah, usually it takes about 4 hours on the ferry, well, on the fast ferry, and then there's the slow ferry, which is 8 hours, and that's really long. And then there's the plane. We can take a plane to other places, but we can't drive to other places because we are on an island. And the plane takes only about 20 minutes, so that's a lot quicker, but you can't bring your car there. So, yeah. And we also get a lot of cruise ships, and that's how we get our tourists in. This is actually the view from my front window. And this is one of the smaller ships. And something I do in the summer, well, did in the summer when I was a kid, I made cookies, and like when the little boats came to like drop the tourists off to downtown, I would set up a little cookie booth and sell them cookies for $1, and I made like $100 a day. So that was pretty good for me. And I was only down there for like, I don't know, maybe 3 hours. So I was like, yay. Well, then there's the baking process, which takes a little bit longer too, but it was worth it. And then something that you can do when you're in Sitka is go see the New Archangel Dancers, which is an all-women's Russian folk dance group. And my mom was a Russian dancer until she retired. And that's my mom right there. And yeah, I grew up watching them, so I kind of know a lot of the dance. Well, not a lot of them, but I know some of them, some of the dance moves. Do some of them? Well, like there's like the like, I don't know. I don't.
Perfect.
I don't. Okay, yeah. So yeah, and then another cool thing about Sitka is there's the Raptor Center, and that raptors are meat eaters, and they
Birds of prey.
yes,
You're welcome.
birds of prey. Thank you, and yeah, there's the Raptor Center in Sitka, which you can go look at all the bald eagles, which is the the nation's bird, which is cool because I get to see them all the time. They're like the pigeons of Europe for me. It's like, oh yeah, there's another eagle, doesn't matter. Like, okay, bald eagle. And this is a juvenile bald eagle. And my parents actually met at the Raptor Center, which is pretty cool. So, yeah, because my dad made a bald eagle out of glass, because he likes to do sculptures and glass things out of glass, recycled materials. There you go. And this is what a bald eagle looks like when it's full grown. And I like this picture because it shows how big their wingspan is, and the white head and the white tail and the yellow beak and yellow feet. And yeah, I just thought it was a great picture. We also have brown bears in Sitka. We don't have black bears, that's just a Juneau, or they have not just a Juneau thing, but not black bears don't live in Sitka. And we have brown bears, which is cool. I don't get to see them as much as I do eagles, but which I'm not mad about. And so, yeah. We have also the Fortress of the Bears, which is like kind of like a like the Bald Eagle place was the Raptor Center was a hospital for birds, and this is kind of like a hospital for bears, but not really. It's, well, people can come see the bears and they can come see the eagles, and if the bear is or the bears, like their mother gets shot and they're cubs and they can't fend for themselves, so they come to the Fortress of the Bear and grow up there. And yeah. This is a humpback whale, which are in Sitka, and I don't get to see them like this very often. I get to see them like sprout from my house, which is really, really cool. And yeah, it's a big animal. Sitka is Sitka's likes to go fishing a lot. My family personally aren't fishermen, and that's how Sitka makes a lot of their money. And yeah, this is a big catch. And part of the economy and a big local thing. And yeah, there's fish everywhere. This is my school, my high school, Sitka High School. My high school is, I would say, very art-based, and we focus a lot on our electives. And there's a great art program there, and yeah, I'm really lucky to have that, and because I like to do art, and I like to do art. This is me and my friends getting ready. Well, we got ready for homecoming, and this is me taking a selfie. And homecoming is a dance after a football game, and they usually they have a dance to celebrate their win, their big win, or they can have a dance to like celebrate their loss. I don't know. But in Sitka, we don't have a football program anymore because of the budget cuts, because it was like $80,000 to travel for football. So we just have homecoming for fun. And yeah. Something I like to do in Sitka is go ice skating. This is me and my brother, Ian, from Austria. Okay. And I'm not the best ice skater, but I would love to keep practicing and go ice skating more. And this is Swan Lake, a freshwater lake in the center of town, pretty much. And this is me and my brother from Austria, Ian. We put together the Christmas tree, and we were very proud of it. So if you couldn't tell by the picture, and so I thought it was a great picture of him and I, and the Christmas tree. And I like to do lots of water. I like to swim. I really do like to swim. And this is me jumping into the ocean as a float plane is landing, which I thought was a really cool picture. I don't know.
How cold's the water?
What?
How cold's the water?
Pretty cold. Well, because I can't.
45
Celsius? Okay, yeah.
45 Fahrenheit.
Fahrenheit? Okay, yeah.
We're supposed to be like the host Rotary Club.
Yeah. Yeah. 45 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's pretty cold. But it's like on a hot day. Well, hot day. I don't know. Yeah, 70 degrees. 7 degrees Celsius. Wait, what?
45.
It's 7 degrees Celsius is the
Okay.
water.
Oh, okay.
Water, 7 degrees.
Yeah, and then like outside would be 45.
Just keep going.
Okay, anyway, yeah. So, yeah. I like to jump in the ocean with my friends a lot, and we have like,
And then get right back out.
yeah,
And then jump right back in.
yeah. Jump in and out, in and out. And I also like to go jet skiing. Well, yeah, I like to go jet skiing. And this is me on a friend's jet ski. We don't have jet skis yet, but once we do, I will be on them 24/7 because I love jet skiing. That is so much fun. Yeah. On a hot day. Yeah. And this is me on a hike in Heart Lake, which is a common hike for a lot of Sitkans. And you can see there's a dock for people to jump in. On that day, it wasn't a hot day, so we didn't jump in. And yeah, this is just me, my friends, and her family. I'll get more into her. And this is me also on a hike with my previous exchange student, from Thailand. And I really do like going on hikes, so if you want to go on a hike, hook me up. But I know in Denmark there's not any mountains, so you can just call me up and we can go on a little stroll or something. I don't know, whatever you like. So, and this is me once again with my brother Ian from Austria doing some volunteer work at the Christmas dinner and we were just tearing apart turkey, and I thought this was a great picture because my face is pretty. Yeah, I did feel like a mad scientist, and it was cold. The turkeys were really cold, but after that, it was a lot of fun. And then this is me and my best friend, Veronica. She is actually going on exchange next year to Holland with AFS, and we've been like this since we were like babies. So, because her mom was a New Archangel dancer, so that's how we met, and through our moms. So, yeah. And Mong Tak, thank you very much for hosting me and being a great Rotary Club. And this is just a picture of Denmark at night, which I thought was really pretty. So I put it in here. So, yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. So, hygge is a Danish word. The Danish concept of a feeling of cozy contentment and enjoying the simple things and moments in life. So I thought that was great and connected to the rocks that I'm making. Well, I'm making for the Rainy Day Bazaar this Saturday. So come and we can talk about hygge, and okay.
Can you go back to the first slide and give it a shot to try to welcome us in Danish?
Yes.
I mean, we're not gonna know if it's wrong or not, but it'll be good practice.
Okay. Hej, jeg hedder Veronica Gibson. Jeg 16 gammel, og jeg super glad for være here.
Thank you.
Is your father kind of a nurse, or is he a nurse?
He is a nurse.
Okay.
Yes.
And I just got one follow-up. Why don't you, if it's not too late, put a couple slides in there of the work he's done?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say.
Okay. Yeah.
And then what kind of fish were they fishing for, and what other kind of fish do they have there?
Okay. Yeah.
If you need a trolling type picture,
Yeah,
I can
because
probably get you some.
the herring is the most, our most visible fishery, but it's not what most people here do.
Okay. Yes.
This is the 5th largest city in Alaska. I think
Okay.
that's sort of interesting.
Okay. This is the 5th largest city in Alaska.
Your photos are great. Like, I think Rotarians love to look at beautiful pictures. A lot of Rotarians love to travel. Alaska is, we all know it's awesome, and you showed it off super well.
Thank you. Yeah.
I like your representation of using your hand for Alaska.
Yeah.
One thing you might consider is using the head of an elephant, because the trunk is the Aleutians,
Oh,
the
yeah.
mouth is Anchorage, and the eye is Fairbanks, and you're down on the neck.
Yeah. There you go. Okay.
So if you have a head of an elephant,
Yeah.
They're all so
and your
big.
hand.
Yeah.
I thought you did an excellent job.
Thank you.
I was just wondering, so when you present for your host club in Denmark,
Mhm.
you're going to be speaking in English. right?
Yeah.
Or are you going to have to be speaking in Danish?
I actually don't know.
It depends.
Yeah.
It depends. Sometimes the kids are asked to give a presentation as soon as they get here, so Sue has made sure that she has that presentation ready to go. But sometimes you're not even asked, and you have to assert yourself and say, when am I going to give my presentation? Because sometimes they forget about exchange students. They're not like we are.
Yeah.
So just one thing to be careful of is words like SJ
Yeah.
may not mean anything
Yeah.
to the people.
Okay, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Like that. But you did a great job.
Use nice, simple language.
Thank
I
you.
can tell you we're
Yeah.
going to do that.
I love your pictures. I just would like a copy of a lot of them. Another thing would be like Mount Edgecombe Volcano. Because we're on a ring of fire through the Pacific.
Yeah.
And it's like in our backyard, so I don't know if anybody, I think I always like that photo.
Yeah.
You know, but
Okay.
anyway, you did a fabulous job.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right, I'll give you one more. Watch the ums and ahs and yes.
Yeah.
I know. I realized that as I was going through. I was like, no, don't say that, Veronica.
You have a great talk. All you have to do is smooth it out a little bit.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. For smoothing out, though, change your typeface on this particular slide.
Yeah.
It's hard to read.
That's yeah.
I change the color.
I realized that when I saw it on here. When on my computer it looks fine,
Yeah,
but here, yeah, I'll think to do that. Yeah. Thank you. Is that all?
Good job.
Thank you, Veronica. Your personality shines through.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Do you know whom's next week is?
This is my last week. It's been a crazy
It's
been a crazy month for me. Sorry, I haven't been super present as a program person. So next week I'm going to again be gone. But I thought it would be a nice opportunity for fellowship and to celebrate one of Rotary's main missions, which is literacy. So I was hoping everyone could find a book they would like to recommend to others and bring it here, or just have it in your head, and then we'll go around the room. I left Jeff in charge of this activity. Go around the room, just give a brief description, and recommend the book. It'll be easy peasy. It'll be fun. We've done it in the past, and it's been really fun. And then sometimes people exchange books at the end of the time.
Perfect.
What? No? I'm going to be gone for a few weeks.
Okay. Any more questions about that for next Tuesday? No. And then I'm doing April and May, so I already know some of that stuff. I know the city manager will be here, chief of police will be here, and I forget the other two.
But they're on the website.
They're on the website, thanks to Pam.
Am I doing June?
Yes, sir, you are. Anything more till we adjourn? Welcome, Melinda. Have fun, Veronica.
Veronica will be back, because she doesn't leave till like summer.
Have a good week.
And look for host families.
Hi, this is Jeff Budd with the Sitka Historical Society, here letting you know about March 28th. Bob Sam will be speaking at the Sitka National Historical Park. He'll be speaking on museums. He's an excellent speaker if you've never heard him speak. This is the run-up to the grand opening of the new Sitka History Museum, which we hope will be in early May. Again, this is March 28th, 7 p.m. at the National Historical Park here in Sitka, and Bob Sam is the speaker on museums.